So right now, I'm eating lunch, and I'm following up on some of the Lori Vallow case. Lori and Chad Vallow. Um, ooh, excuse me. I'm eating my lunch. I'm having chickpea salad with mussels. Delicious. Okay, so here's the thing. Lori Vallow was a beautiful woman. You got to give the devil his due. She's a beautiful woman, blonde hair, blue eyes, has pretty much the whole 9 yards of what America thinks should be star quality, but she was never made a star. Yeah, she did her beauty pageants or whatever, but she was never made the glam star that she probably thought she should be entitled to. So, there's a little bit of glam that is gotten from getting married for some women. That whole "it's my day" bridezilla shit is because you got women who are looking for that narcissistic supply and they crave adoration. There's a little bit of taste of that when you get married, unless you're me, who gets married at the Justice of the Peace in a pair of sneakers. But I don't give a shit about that. But for a lot of women, getting married is a big thing. So I'm not surprised that she has multiple marriages. She's addicted to that sensation of, it's my day, but it's never going to be enough for her. She thinks she was meant to be a star. Also, there's glam in having a baby. Now, I never experienced this, and I probably will never have this experience, but when women have a baby, everybody kind of crowds around you, and they ooh and they ah, and there's all this goddess talk, and it's spoken of like this big, beautiful thing, right? And it is a big, beautiful thing, but what a lot of women don't realize is it's a big, beautiful thing that you're a part of, but it's not about you. It's about your family unit and the new person that is joining your family. So, there's glam in getting the baby, not so much glam in raising the baby. So I think Lori Vallow started to resent those two kids because it felt good to have them around when they were little, but especially the boy being special needs and the girl becoming a woman, it's no longer about Lori, it's about them. You see? So that's not cool. Some women are too self-centered to be mothers because they don't like sharing the spotlight. They liked getting the spotlight when they were pregnant. They liked getting the spotlight when the kid idolized them and said, "Oh my God, I love my mommy so much." But once the kid starts being a person, with different ideas and feelings, some narcissistic moms aren't cool with that. Some narcissistic moms aren't cool with their kid, maybe not wanting to do the sport or the school activity that the kid was going to do. So having kids is hard for a narcissistic mom because she was like, wait a minute, you're supposed to be my fashion accessory and now you have ideas and thoughts. Excuse me. You're here for me. You're not here to be a person. That's the way narcissistic moms think. So Miss Vallow over here, and I won't call her Miss Daybell because you don't murder your husband and kids or whatever, because I think she murdered. I think she killed. I think anybody who died within her sphere, she probably had something to do with. You don't do that and then get, I identify as Vallow. Walk on eggshells for me. No, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. This girl, this woman, got paired up with, they're like two peas in a pod. He's also a narcissist. doesn't really care about his family, doesn't really care about the people in his world, as only so long as how much narcissistic supply they can give him. So he didn't give a shit. So she's like, yeah, I don't give a shit either. Let's get rid of the baggage that is weighing us down, and be our magnificent, amazing God selves, because we're gods. We're better than everybody else. That's the narcissist's creed. You know, it's pretty obvious. Like, if you see the way she was in the beauty pageants and everything, she's doing stuff trying to get narcissistic supply, and that includes having these two children, these multiple children, and then abandoning them. It's the whole narcissistic people discard people when they can't use them anymore. And those two kids were no longer usable. So that's why she got rid of them. The ex-wife of Chad, I say ex-wife because he killed her. She was no longer providing him with narcissistic supply, so she was no longer necessary. Chad and Lori were getting narcissistic supply with their weird little cult, with their weird little ideology, pretending they're deities or something. But let me tell you something. The world did not end. And all their self-delusion was bullshit. And I love that. Especially because those poor kids had to die because their mom's ego no longer needed them as a fashion accessory. But I'm telling you, as somebody who used to be in beauty pageants, there are people in beauty pageants who are in it for the fun of it, and then there's people who are in it for narcissistic supply. She's one of them. She's one of them.